A very happy morning to everyone. My name is Sonal Verma, and today we are diving into the mysterious and fascinating world of neuroscience to unravel the mysteries of brain. Neuroscience is the scientific study of our nervous system. It consists of brain, spinal cord, and a peripheral nervous system. Brain is actually made up of trillions of neurons. Brain makes us who we are. So it's just a piece of flesh. So how does that piece of flesh makes us who we are, our personal identity? To quote my famous scientist Francis Crick, the astonishing hypothesis: you, your joys, your sorrows, your will, your ambitions, your sense of personal identity are not just a part of a behavior, but also these are the product of neurons. This is the structure of a neuron. Neuron consists of dendrites, cell body, and an axon terminal. When the signal from one neuron comes to the another neuron, the signals are accumulated here at the cell body. Actually, when one signal is not sufficient enough, so when the threshold percent reaches here at the cell body, then the neuron firing occurs. That is called an action potential. So when the action potential reaches at the axon terminal, there is a gap called synapse, and the neurotransmitters are filled within those vesicles. So when one signal transmits from another neuron, the neurons are actually linked, so that neurotransmitters transfers that signal from one neuron to the another. You can actually say that it's like a relay race where baton is passed from one athlete to the another. So how well do you know your brain? So neurons are programmed to do different things. There is a property of a brain called neuroplasticity, where a brain can reorganize and rewires itself, and it can actually change the function of your structural function and structure of those neurons. So we can actually practice, and we can actually, in your daily life, we can actually use that property of a brain. So to enhance your mental health, you can actually practice meditation and yoga, so that those neurons can, your brain can change your neurons, and it can adapt to your different experiences. So to maintain a healthy mental life, Om chanting is a very powerful tool, which is also approved by the researchers all over the world. The different brain circuits. By the Yale researchers, they identified that 3 different brain circuits are there which can help you making good or bad decisions. For example, if you are trying to meet a person for the second time, so there is a first circuit which is activated when your first meeting was pleasant. And there was a second circuit which is activated when your meeting was not desirable or it was not good. And a third circuit is there which actually records the memories of your good and bad memories of good or bad experiences that you had in the first meet. So all these 3 circuits add up to actually make your decision power be good or bad. So there's a question that why people make those unhealthy life choices again and again due to the repeated negative interactions. So that can also be proved or researched by this property of your brain. So the third point is brain needs to forget to function properly. So there are many instances where your friends and family teases you or scolds you for forgetting anything. So and I let them know that you are not forgetting things. Actually, your brain is working very properly. So brain tends to forget those irrelevant memories to make up space for new memories and new interactions, so that it can function very properly. And the fourth point is brain is often misunderstood. There are many misconceptions about a brain. First of all, have you ever heard about that phrase that you work very well under your stress, right? So actually, it is not true. Your brain doesn't work well under stress. It impairs your brain function activity. So next time, give yourself some time, plan ahead, and then move on. And there is another second misconception that your brain size determined how smart you are. But that isn't true. Their intelligence is determined by number of neural connections which are made, new neural connections which are made in their brain. So, future of neuroscience. Neuroscience is a very emerging field and very interesting field. There are many researches going on in this field. Especially AI technology is being used at a very high level. So, for example, there is a chip being developed by a company called BrainGate and Neuralink. Neuralink is the company of Elon Musk. He is developing a chip which is implanted here at your skull, and it can directly connect your brain to your computer. So that computer, with the help of that computer and technology, you can actually tell your brain to do something else. It is mostly being developed due to the problems that Parkinson's people have. They have the tremors in their hand, and it can also improve your memory. It can also enhance. It can also measure your stress level at that time. So there is another technique called Brainbots. It's not present now, but it can be present in future. There are small nanobots which can be injected directly through your blood. So they can go to your brain, and it can actually repair the damaged part. So this can be controlled by our AI technology. And there is another one. Imagine there is a, you can say there is a paralyzed patient which have his one hand is paralyzed. So imagine if you can link his brain to a healthy person's brain, and you can directly, the healthy man can give directly signals to that paralyzed patient, so that paralyzed patient arm can learn the movements and move on its own. This isn't science fiction. This is a reality which is we are going to face, we are going to see in the future. And there is also a technology which is being developed in Singapore. It was reported 4 months ago that the AI technology is being used to measure the brain activity of what frequencies your brain is working. And whenever you see that, whenever you see any picture or your trailer or anything, that brain activity, your brain part stimulates. So by measuring those activities, AI technology can actually recreate that. So there is a video. You can see that. Video. So this is the presented clip which is perceived by your eyes, and this is the clip which is regenerated from the brain activity. This is generated by AI, actually, and it's look quite similar. And this video is actually very long back. It was very old. As you can see, the similarities which are being developed. The development of the technology, how our brain perceives or what we see is being seen here. Next video, please. So actually, this is what I told you about the human brain-to-brain link. And this is a rat being controlled by humans, actually. And these are the arrows which are giving the rat the directions in which you have to go. This is a chip implanted in the rat, and it's going in which direction we want. See. It's actually like we are controlling the rat's movements. See how it climbs. It will climb up the stairs, and it will go on the exactly directed path which we are going, which we are telling the rat to move. So you can stop that. It's a long time. So to conclude here, neuroscience is actually a very fascinating field because we already know that our brain is very much powerful and much complicated thing to understand right now. Our brain is a complex, brain is a universe within ourselves. So who knows, in near future, robots will be walking among us with those same neural circuits, with the same brain that you have. And so till now, there are many researches going on. The neuroscience field is not in its infant stage, but still, it's very, the brain is more complex, and it learns and adapts every day. Even with all the technology that we are implanting and we are studying for our brain, it can also, but our brain is still adapting to those new changes. So there's a saying that you peer into the abyss of human brain, and you'll find that an abyss is staring back at you. Thank you so much.